The only reason I'm bringing up any of this at all for you right now is so that you know that to get thrown in jail overnight isn't the worst thing in the world. And that if you want to stay out of jail, don't drink tequila. Never been into jail without a tequila. Look at that. I found it in this book with my war book and my yearbook from high school and my basic training book. This damn police report came up. California State University Police. That was, well, I don't know. It was in 95. That's odd. Oh my good golly. They put the victim's name and birth date and the address on there. That's amazing. 3:06 hours, Saturday, May 27th, 95. Barely been there over 2 months. I mean, what is the crime? Trespassing. And under these little black things, it's got hate crime? Nothing. Crime against seniors? Nothing. You know, it's interesting that those are two different things. A hate crime and a crime against seniors are two different things because crimes against seniors, nobody cares about them. So it's not like a hate crime, it's just an indifference crime. Oh boy, they're gonna have to write a new law about that. Huh. And there it is. Oh, Omega Chi sorority. That's Pure Legends sister sorority. The funny thing is, yeah, this story right here I have to tell you. I was sitting at the bar one day just talking, just with no purpose whatsoever, and out of the corner of my ear somebody said, "That was you!" And it turned out I was a hero amongst that fraternity. They heard stories about me. I didn't do anything. I really didn't. And the thing is, in the beginning of the night, I remember that day where it started. I walked in and Vizanko was sitting there and he said, "Yeah," and there was a bottle of tequila on the table. And he said, "God," and I said, "God, ha," and whoo, whoo. And next thing you know, I remember walking out the doors and it was still sunlight. The sun was setting and I was walking out the doors at this pace. I was like, ooh, boy. I was pretty fucked up. And we went out and we went and we closed the bars and then we went and we ate some kind of a hummus or a fastafa or whatever the hell they call that food that I don't like. We were eating some of that and I said, "You sure you're not gonna drink that?" He had his beer sitting there and I grabbed it and I said, "God." And we were walking down the street, walking out of there, and there was, which actually, it's where the new City Hall building stands now, I think. They were tearing shit apart. There was a whole wall around there and the door was open. And that's what I call an attractive nuisance. The door was open and I said, "I gotta see what's in there." And he told me after that, last thing he saw was me. I just went, and I was running. And I went through that door and that's the last they saw me. And then I told this story about being out back in some alleyway in the dark. I'm like, I don't want to sleep on that mattress. It might be some other bum's mattress and I'm going to get stabbed type of thing. And, oh, here it comes. And this is the one. This is the one from the contest video. If you can find my mugshot, I'm gonna give you a good pile of shit. That's what I said in that video, and I mean it today. If you can find my mugshot, I haven't been able to. But this, it's got everything in there. And it's talking about, it's got all my information, my date of birth. It's got that girl's date of birth. It's got her home address. It's like, why would you? Well, I had to go buy the police report after it happened so I would know exactly what happened. I was like, I need to know what happened. And so there it was, and it talks about, it says, describe contact characteristics of premises and areas where offense occurred. Multi-story sorority house near San Jose State University. And this is describe, reply how offense was committed. The subject entered the sorority house through an open second-story window. The subject took a full-length mirror off the first floor wall and ran around the second floor with the mirror. The subject broke the wire of the backside of the mirror. Who knows what you can do? Who knows what you can do when you've got the power of the Hulk? And describe weapon, instrument, equipment, trick device, or force used. Hands. I had the power of my hands. Break the mirror, that wire on the back side of the mirror. Motive. Type of property taken or other reason for offense. Motive. Personal satisfaction. It just made me feel so good. That's what they said. I'm starting to think that they alleged that. I doubt that they said, what were you doing that for? It made me feel good. Yeah, why are you beating that damn bus? Making it look mean. You know, what do you want? No, that's, estimated loss value of extended injuries, $10. $10. What did subject say? Note peculiarities. Do you wanna look at yourself in the mirror? Victim's activity just prior to and or during offense. In bed asleep. She was sleeping. She was a good girl. And it's got a name, and it's got a white male, and it's got an age, and it's got a height. Looking pretty good. Got an address even. These things, look at them. And then it says the offense report. Here it is. In case you can't find my damn mugshot, I'm making it as easy as I can for you. Come on, man. I'm 5/27/95 at approximately 3:06 hours, 03:06. I responded to a call of a individual who was running around the second story of a sorority house. Subject was also carrying a full-length mirror in his hands. I made contact with the subject on the second floor. Subject was under the influence of an alcoholic beverage. I arrested the subject for trespassing and malicious mischief. I want to screw around. I want to piss somebody off. That's malicious. I wasn't trying to piss anybody off at all. I'm sure of it. The other officer took the subject to Santa Clara County Jail for booking. They don't mention that I got the shit kicked out of me by the cops in the jail. All you gotta do, get a look at that damn mugshot. I can't wait for you to find it. It'll be worth the puzzle I send you. It'll be worth it. It's good. Investigation. I arrived and made contact with the subject upstairs on the second floor of the Chi Omega sorority house. I saw that the subject was under the influence of an alcoholic beverage. The subject had a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, tequila, an unsteady gait, a thick slurred speech, and glassy, bloodshot eyes. Subject had no shirt on and had scratches on his back. I arrested subject for trespassing. I found that the Chi Omega sorority house southeastern southern second floor window was open. I looked out that window and saw an off-white long-sleeve shirt lying on the canopy. The long-sleeve shirt had traces of blood in the same locations as the scratches on the back of the subject. Young asked the subject if the shirt belonged to him. The subject said yes. Been wondering where that went. I asked the victim what happened. The victim said that she was awakened by the subject running through the hallway of the second floor. The victim went and opened her bedroom door and asked the subject what he was doing. Subject had a full-length mirror in his hand. The subject said, "You want to look at yourself?" showing the victim the mirror. The victim said, "No, get out of here." Subject said, "Yeah, I guess you wouldn't since it's 3 o'clock in the morning." The victim closed and locked her bedroom door and called UPD. The victim said that she has never seen the subject before. I took the full-length mirror back to the wall on the first floor. I saw that the wire that holds the mirror on the wall had been broken. I also charged the subject with malicious mischief. Officer Young took the subject to Santa Clara County Jail, where he was booked for trespassing, malicious mischief, and had the shit kicked out of him. Interesting thing, I was never charged for either of those things. It was illegally entering a non-commercial dwelling, and when the judge looked at me in the courtroom, he said, "I've never heard that in my life." And I'm like, "Oh, I don't even fucking remember it." And source says they were dispatched to the Chi Omega sorority house. An intoxicated male subject who was trespassing inside the house. It says upon arrival at the scene, that guy located subject second floor. Subject was arrested. Subject was identified via his commercial driver's license. I was a truck driver. As that guy, he noticed that the subject had an odor of an alcoholic beverage, red eyes, slurred speech, unsteady gait. Also saw that he had red scrapes and bruises on his back as if he had just crawled through something. I brought subject to my patrol vehicle, placed him in the back seat. I read subject his Miranda rights from my department issued card. See, it's not often we get to actually read these reports that the police put in about us. It's very nice. It's very enlightening. Subject said he understood his rights. Subject waived his rights to talk to me by saying, "I would love to speak to you." That's what I said. I remember these things. Subject said he was not sure where he was or what he was doing. He could not tell if he tell me what he was doing in the house or how he got in. I asked him to tell me what he was doing with the mirror in the house. Subject said he was not doing anything with it. Subject could not answer any of my questions regarding this matter. You know, you should have been here about fucking 30 minutes earlier and you would have been able to figure it out for yourself. Subject said he'd been drinking earlier and thought he was home. Subject said he did not know anyone in the sorority house, nor was he a guest of anyone there. Why lie? Subject said he did not have permission to be in the house. Why lie? Officer Laws brought a shirt that was found by an open window inside the house and showed it to Subject. Subject said the shirt belonged to him. I took 4 Polaroid photographs of the scrapes and bruises on Subject and booked them into UPD property as evidence. That's how I found the pictures of my back. That's how I find them. That's amazing. I've been looking for them forever. He says he transported and booked me into Santa Clara County Jail at 0430 hours. We must have had a good conversation before they kicked the shit out of me. You know what? They kicked the shit out of me and I said, I'll never do that again. You see, I'm the trainable mentally handicapped. Oh, Polaroid photographs. Wow, they are in evidence. That is amazing. It's been a long time. Oh, and it's got my driver's license. It's got something else here. See, it says vandalism, trespassing, and it says bail 500, bail 500. I've never paid bail in my life. They always just let me out. I didn't understand that. Look at that. There's a sign that I was supposed to pay $100 to get out. Never did anything. They just, 10% of 1,000. Signed the paperwork, refused. I did have a Timex watch. Amazing. I didn't sign the paperwork. I said, fuck you. I don't even sign anything. You're not too bright for a copper. I don't know what the hell that's about. That's great. And somewhere in there, the one thing I was waiting to see, I went all the way from the front to the back, and I know it's in here. I just missed it. Modus operandum, M.O. Oh, come on, baby. Just show me this one last thing. M.O. I know it's on here. I can't find it right now. I'm looking for letters. I'm looking through here for C's and everything. I know it's on here. I'm not going to try to check my elderly vision for it. Look, you see, if I can't even read that, then you can't hold me accountable. If I've spent enough time on the outside without getting in trouble for that again, that means that I'm okay. But I knew in there said M.O. modus operandum. Climbs in second-story windows.